What's going on, party people? That was the most awkward intro I've ever given. Hope you guys are doing well this evening. Welcome to another episode of the Caps Lock. I'm Caps, your host. Today we're going to be doing some more Black 2 and White 2 today. We're in the 7th gym stretch. Not quite there yet. We've got a little bit ways to go. And we've been handicapped a little bit by our level disadvantage. We haven't done a serious training montage in quite a while. At least not since we fought off the last gym. So I think it's about time we go through one here. Let's take a look at the current team. So we've got Deleon, the Unpheasant, Zoroark of the Zoroark. This is En's Zoroark, the gift Pokemon. Man-O-War the Frillish, very close to evolving into a Jellicent, but we're going to try and get there today. Strawberry the Excadrill, our ace, our core, our main man. Baggins the Amoonguss, a new member to the team, but hopefully one that will last. We've got positive experience with Amoonguss in the past, so hopefully Baggins can follow suit. And then we've got OSHA Violation. The Ophagrigus, our kind of our tank, kind of our like main defensive one. And we've got quite a bit in the box as well. We got a Lampent, we've got a Clink, we got a fair number of decent Pokemon, whatever. Help me out, you gotta fight Old Man, not Perky Child. Yes. Perky Child is the champion. We fight Drayden in this one. Both Black 2 and White 2, you fight Drayden, not Iris. We're here on Route 12. We're going to be running up and down trying to gather as much XP as we can. I'm looking at about like maybe 43 for... Oh god! That was a massive crit. Please just kill this. Or not. That's, oh god, that was very scary for a first encounter of the stream. God. Oh, what do I do? Maybe we can go to OSHA Violation and soak up some damage. But yeah, we'll be fighting Drayden. Yeah, we'll see how far we can get. I might go train on a different route that doesn't have so many Pokemon in the rustling grass. I think Audino is like only 60% on this route or something like that, which is not ideal for us. I'll have to take a look. They let them name like that because Ponce. Can't remember who named it, but I assumed it was a reference to the Explorer, same name. Though I could not be sure. I guess while we're here, we can take a look at the box. We did have one death last time, by the way. Our Zebstrika fell to Petal Dance, I believe. Got double Petal Danced by Roselia, I think. Roselia? Not a good death. Nothing we could do from that, but just bad read on my part. Yeah, so here's what we're looking at in the box. I do think that Vespiquen would be a good fit. We can train her up. But we've got a Lampent, we've got a Mienshao, we've got a Minccino, and a Shiny Stone, and we've got a Clink and a Scorpy. Those are the ones that I'm really looking at for us to Aeron would be nice as like a kind of a backup tank, backup to Excadrill. Although if Excadrill goes down, we'll probably bring in Clink. I'm still not sold with Man-O-War and Deleon as my final team members here. I'd like to get Chandelure as quickly as I can, but of course not in our party because we got quite a few mons to train up. So yeah, I don't know when that'll be happening, but maybe soon. We're going back actually to Route 13. I think this is going to be more opportune for us in terms of, well, oh, now it's kind of a weird little place. There's no real good places to grind. Go look at the chances. Yeah, so Audino on route, what is that, 12? Yeah, route 12 is only 60%. Back here on route 13 is 85. So it would be better to train here if we can find a decent place to do so. But we're gonna need to at least fly out. And I need my dead Swanna for that. Hey Evie, how are you this evening? Welcome to the Bulba channel. First time here. Oh wait, this guy doesn't have fly. I did not realize that. It'd be better. I mean, understandable. Understandable, man. Been a rough week for you. Alright, let's teach fly to our Anna here. We can get over to the other side of Route 13 and come at it from that angle. We could teach it to Deleon too, but I'd rather have Deleon with the special move, Air Slash with the flinch, over Fly, which is not 100% accurate. But yeah, lots of training today. Not a lot of fighting. At least for this first half. We'll probably get to some interesting fights in the second half once we get past the initial hurdle. Go grab the guy we left in the box. Our Frillish, we are going to be focusing mostly on the Frillish today. Unpheasant is mostly just there because it's the highest level, like, final stage evolution that we have. So we don't need to train it as much, but we can use Unpheasant to help us a little. Gotta be a decent, yeah, right here. Easy. Armin for Audino. Love that little creepy little rabbit guy. Oh, oh. What do you know? Who is it? Knock knock, it's Audino. Could've never guessed. I'm still riding off of the highs I had yesterday. I streamed for like almost 6 hours on my personal channel, just playing Marvel Rivals with some friends and then Fire Emblem late at night. And it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed last night. It was fun all around because we were playing well, at least for the first half, and then like we were kind of laughing, having fun, and then it got rough for a bit. Like we just could not win our matches after like the first like hour or like the first 2 hours. I honestly, like, I think two things happened. So one thing, we had an audience person who was playing who was really good, and I think they were carrying us in a lot of them. And then the second thing that happened was I think we were just tired. Like I think everybody was tired and nobody wanted to admit it. But it was still fun. I'm very excited to see like how and if we can continue to keep streaming Marvel Rivals with my little crew of friends that I've known for years. Just because I think it's, I don't know, it's fun to be able to stream with my friends. Like, streaming alone is fine and all. And like, I'm not complaining or anything like that. Oh yeah, like, no man. Oh, all these streams that I do suck. No, I wouldn't do it if I disliked it. But like, oh, there's something just more fun about sharing it with other people. Like, I don't know. We have our little inside jokes. We have our little bits. We play off each other really well. A lot of fun. But yeah, aside from that, it's been a pretty average day. Nothing to complain about. Nothing to jump for. Man, the two of them are like kind of like on par in terms of. Hopefully, shouldn't be too rough of a grind here. I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll grind to level 41 with Unpheasant and Man of War, and then we'll go grab our Litwick, all of the Litwick into a Lampent, bring Lampent up a little bit, and we'll use Lampent as our fourth, or our excuse me, we'll use Lampent as our 16 member instead of, but I do want to bring Unpheasant up as much as possible. Hey, Dr. Smoochin, how's it going? I am well. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. If you guys are new here, we are doing a White 2, Black 2 Nuzlocke. Hardcore Nuzlocke, so no healing items in battle. And what's the other hardcore rule? That's the main hard. Level caps, of course. How could I forget? You know, the thing that blocks me from playing the game the way I want to play the game. Rip all those audit. Yeah, like we're sitting here on Route 13, and it's a minefield. There's like dead bodies everywhere. Random body parts strewn. Like you can see the wind marks on their bot. No. Fuck, I get it. You hate yourself, Lamau. Like, honestly, I think this is kind of a challenge where it is like that is a very valid question. Because the second part, by the way, is that for this little challenge that I've been doing for the past couple of years, the goal is to eventually do this for every single Pokemon game. So we're yeah, no. do I hate myself? No. But you could make the argument that this is torture. one could argue that this is torture. No, honestly, like the Nuzlocke itself, the Nuzlocks themselves, rather, are a lot of fun to do. Like playing Pokemon with like harder rule sets makes me feel like I have to think more. You know, that's kind of what I feel like Pokemon has been lacking for a long time. Is like, I don't know, like your ability to think. Even competitive, like I feel like competitive is hard. Don't get me wrong. I can't play competitive. I don't know how it works. I am not smart in that regard. But it has its meta. You know what I mean? With a Nuzlocke, it's a different kind of meta. It's a different kind of difficulty that you have to work towards. It's less about trying to outwit your opponent and more about finding the solution to a puzzle, which I think is a lot of fun. I realized that we are pretty low in health. Bring in. Hit hard and fast. It's a good strategy for sure. And I don't play Nuzlocks right. You know, I think the way to play Nuzlocke is quite literally have like train up one or two team members that are going to take the majority of your battles. And figure out a way to win with your one or two that are like really, really good. You know? And don't worry about your 4 through 6. Use those as utility. Maybe they're support. Maybe they're switch-ins. Maybe they're like Pokemon with good typings that allow you to pivot well. But I don't play that way. I want to raise a full team of 6. That's just how I play Pokemon in general. So I'm very meticulous with making sure that every person, every team member is trained up and all of that. And so, like, really, the hardest part of this challenge is, you do not want to press B. Please evolve. The hardest part is just the grinding because it is very monotonous. On Bulba Garden, we don't like to allow like hacks or anything like that. So this whole run, every single run that we do is vanilla, which helps and hurts a little bit. It helps because it keeps things relatively simple. We're not doing randomizers or anything like that. A lot of things are in my control. Really nice for, you know, completing the runs. But it does make grinding a whole lot more difficult. You don't have the rare candy hack. It also makes grinding stressful too. That's the thing, is like mindless grinding in a video game should not be stressful. You should not have to worry about, you know, losing a team member when grinding. It should be stress-free, and that's why I don't grind in games like Fire Emblem. People say that they grind in Fire Emblem against like overwhelmed enemies or bosses or whatever, and it's like, no, like that game has permadeath. I don't want to grind, you know. But in a Nuzlocke, we have to, because especially a vanilla one, we have to grind and we have to put ourselves in danger repeatedly, and it makes it stressful. Even every single battle could go wrong, you know. You never know when. You never know when you could get hit with a move that just offs you. You can turn off permadeath in Fire Emblem, not in the old ones. Not in the old ones, my friend. And those are the ones I tend to play. And also the ones where grinding against bosses is a valid strategy. A lot of the new ones, they have opportunities for you to grind. Either, like I said, against overworld enemies, or DLC packs that are official. Butchum, I'm realizing I did not acknowledge your Growlithe. That sounds like a very cute puppy. I hope you are having a nice evening, enjoying the stream and just relaxing. The idea of my Pokemon fully dying is sad. No, yeah, genuinely, it is a actual serious pain when like a Pokemon that you raised from a little itty bitty baby to a big, strong, menacing guy, that gets crit or something, unlucky, dies. Because it's like, with crits, it's like, yeah, you can try and play around them, but most of the time, they're not your fault. Like, it's like very low-key. It doesn't feel like it's your fault, you know? I think good difficulty is when when, like, the player knows that there was something they could have done to prevent them from, you know, doing the thing. Like, it is your fault, right? That's why I find that, you know, platformers like Celeste are a lot of fun, because, like, or like good, right? Because every death you make feels like your fault. Always, you know, you know what you have to do. You just have to hit the jump, you know? But a lot of the time in Nuzlocke, it feels like a lot of things are, out of your control, like that crit. This is scary. It's scary. Like it. Did you rub salt in the wound? What do you mean? Wait, how am I rubbing salt in the wound? What did I say? But yeah, like Celeste and Meat Boy and other games like that, Hades. It's like, you know, like stuff like that. I feel like when you lose, most of the time it is your fault. You recognize, not to say, oh, you're bad at video games. Like, oh, you just remind me of Death in the Run. Bad. It happens. Like, yeah, like, not to say, oh, you know, you're terrible at games. That's why you feel this. That's why they make you feel this way. It's like, no. The game is designed to make you feel like you could have fixed that, could have stopped that. That's what I think is like. Evie, I really want you. I really want to watch you play like a Zelda or something. I feel like it would be a lot of fun. Or like, I don't know. I'd love to see you play a Nuzlocke. I think it would be fun. Got the fuller EVEX. Wait, is that the one I got the other day? I know I got like a 3-star, full art. I think it was Eevee. It's the one with yeah. It was that one. Okay. It's the one with all the evolutions like in the middle, like it pans to each one. Yeah. Cool shit. Congratulations. Genuinely, I really like the new set of cards in TCG Pocket. The Eevee or whatever. Not necessarily because, oh, like these cards are good or whatever, but it's all cute. Like everything is so cute. All the designs are really, really good. Oh, you uninstalled KR? Oh wow. I never thought you were gonna be one to uninstall. That's wild. Oh right, okay. That makes more sense. I feel like you play a lot of mobile, big mobile. Roost. Kind of forgot that I have Roost. Set up his moves since I streamed last, so I need to get things in order and decide where to start. That's always the hardest part, isn't it? Like figuring out like what am I going to do. For me, it's very much like I play when I want to play, and people can either choose to watch it or don't. But even then, it's like there are some games that I just won't like games that I'm super excited for, but I don't want to like limit it to, you know, just when I'm on stream. Like how I'm playing Persona 3 Reload. Like it's a game I would love to play on stream, but I wouldn't want to only play it on stream. And sometimes, you know, you just don't want to stream. That's the thing. It's like I'm not extroverted by nature. I'm very much a hermit a lot of the time. So it's like video games are very much my escape slash personal hobby, and I don't necessarily like. Sometimes I just wanna do it. I just wanna do it for me, you know. Like, yeah. Deltarune would be a really fun game to stream. I've been putting it off. I've been putting off playing it because I've wanted to wait until the full game is out so I can go through the whole thing at once. But the newest chapters seem to be really, really good to the point where very much convincing me that I might want to play the game. Dude, these Audino have it out for me. I was talking about how I literally flayed their brothers and sisters earlier, and they took that personally. They were like, you know what? We're gonna let this guy Caps know that he's not safe. We're gonna crit him once every 3 moves just to freak him out and make him. You can't finish Deltarune. Aren't there 7 chapters? And I think only 5 of them are out. So I wouldn't be able to finish it completely, and I would want to until all of the chapters are. buy the game. I missed chat message. I was yapping. Eevee and Evolution are elite. I agree. I got a Samsung A16 with 256 gigs of memory. That's a powerhouse. I used to battle my friends with a team of Evolution 5 and 6. I'm surprised that there aren't more strategies with, like I wish there was like more kind of that made competitive meta stuff. Like, I mean, like you have Wolf Glick with his like Perish Trap teams. Like that's like the only example I feel of a gimmick team in today's meta. It's like, man, what happened to playing the game with the Pokemon that we love? Why does everybody gotta have a damn Among Us? Make the Eevee tail go to your finger, then you can wiggle it when you're happy. That's such a good idea. Yeah, Deltarune, like, I had a lot of fun with Undertale. I'm glad that I didn't stream. I played Undertale, actually, before I even started streaming. I didn't play it back when it was big, but I played it, after, like right before I started, like the year I started streaming. I played Undertale, and I really enjoyed it. It was I was glad that I didn't play it when it was big because it allowed me to just kind of sit and form my own thoughts on the game, and not be affected by the discourse TM. And I think that really helped. And Toby Fox is incredible. Like, yeah, like, haha, funny, Megalovania is such a meme, haha. But, like, genuinely, banger. Like, unequivocal banger. And that whole soundtrack is full of bangers after bangers after bangers. Death by Glamour, oh, incredible. Snowden Town, oh, dude. That is like, when I think of a like a Christmas song, like a video game Christmas song, it's Snowden Town, immediately. You know, it's like, come on. It's perfect. So good. And I think with it being a little bit more removed from it being big, and Deltarune kind of taking over the discourse TM, Undertale's still definitely worth playing today. Wow, look at this guy. He had somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Head. Shiny hunted all of them. Espeon and Umbreon were pain. That's actually rough, yeah. I was gonna say, like, how can you shiny hunt? Too scary. Favorite Eevee outbreakings. Got 3, so I cheated. You know what? More power to you. Good for you. Yeah, I did a pacifist run of Undertale too. I didn't want to do a full genocide run because I didn't want to have to play. I was like, when I finished Undertale, I was like, this was a great game. I'm glad I'm done. You know, it was just the right length. I thought the story was really complete with the pacifist. There's a couple of holes that you just look up, you know, get the full story in without having to play the genocide route. Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like shiny hunting them would be a lot easier to just breed them, right? But honestly, good job. Please don't crit. We die to crit here. Fine. Alright, I said that I was gonna bring, I was gonna go and get, Lampen. We're at level 41, might as well. You stick to my word, otherwise I'm gonna get sidetracked. You guys know me. Where is he? Oh man. What places to be, buddy? This. That, and then we'll do this. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Bim, bam, boom. Done it. Take a closer look at Man of War, I think. Also, we're gonna flip over De Leon too. While I'm remembering to do so. Hamlet, wait. Shout out Shia LaBeouf. EV Bread is 6 IV nimble for Kazumi's bug type run. Wait, actually, that's awesome. That's so nice of you, genuinely. I hope she appreciated that. That's awesome. I'm a little scared of those pain growth now that I think about it. We can switch. Maybe? If those show up. Kevin Ryder poke. Fair enough, fair enough. I really should do bug monotype challenge. Like that's the one typing I feel like would be a lot of fun. Because everyone looks down on bug types. It would also make late game really hard. Also, I feel like bug type does have a lot of variety in each. Like that's the thing, is like there's a lot of, every region has at least 2 or 3 plus 1 or 2 of the like previous generations one. Callus is fun. I know ME did a bug type run of Moon, Sun and Moon. Yeah, it's not quite as varied as flying, but it is still pretty varied. There is a lot of bug poison early generations, which can be a problem, but also bug does counter psychic. So Edrill in Fire Red Leaf Green, I feel like would be, or even Red Blue Green Yellow, would be really nice. I think also the other thing that I would allow for monotypes is Pokemon that look or seem or feel like they would belong. Scared that my mic was muted. But like take something like Kabuto, for example, or Kabutops, or even Ammonite Amistar, like feel like bug. But they're not bug type. Like I would allow that and just be like, look, okay, that's a bug. I don't care what you say. Like it may not be bug type, but a bug. Look at it, you know. Bug electric, bug fire, bug ice, bug. What's the bug fire type? Is there Volcarona in Scarlet and Violet? Bug ice is Snomp. Off probably. Bug fighting is Nimble. Rhoda in the crater. Oh, yeah, Slitherwing, right? True. Dude, why are we not getting any? If I ever do decide to stream something other than Nuzlocke, or maybe like I'd have people vote. Like I'd do monotypes of every region. Like have people vote on which type I should do. That would be kind of fun. I would pick a couple, like let. There we go. Finally, dude. Heracross. Ah, yes. I do forget that guy is a bug. Hopefully we can get at least a little bit of use out of our Jellicent this time before it dies. Black and White 1, our Jellicent died very quickly after training it up. I don't even think it evolved. I think we only got it to Frillish, high level Frillish before it died. Frillish is really weak. I always assume that it's not because the typing is really good, but I'm always constantly disappointed about Frillish. Heracross and Scizor are like the best bugs. This is true. Heracross specifically for me. I've always liked him more than Horse. Ah! I completely counter you. You can't lay a finger on me. No? Freak. Thesaurus literally Scyther, but only cooler. Yeah, kind of. Hey, chat, what if we did a bug monotype Nuzlocke run of LA? We can get Scyther, Scizor, Evor, Drapion, right? Get Scorpy Drapion. Combi, Vespiquen, Wurmple, and the Wurmple Lions. Yeah, you see what I'm doing? Like, can you get Heracross in that game? I can't remember. What bug types are in there? LA. Rolling through, got Beautifly, Dustox, Hackney Cacturn, right? Vermidam, Often. Parasect, of course. How to use Parasect, bug type. What? Vespiquen, Scizor, Cleator, Heracross. Not most of them. Oh yeah, Mega. Ooh. Scorpy, Drapion. I would allow Drapion because it falls from a bug type. That it's a bug type, to be honest. Looks like that's decent amount there. Not as many as I thought, but oh, decent. Could make it happen, maybe. Painting it red makes it go faster, damn it! Kind of wild to me that ELA has Heracross but not Prince. Feels like a sin to not to have one but not the other. Hold on, I need to check something here. Okay, next level up for Sam Litwicky, we're gonna use our rare candy. I think it's time to pull him. Make it go fast. Make the grind go a little faster. It's literally behind the sign. So funny. You faked me out, Audino. You didn't want to suffer the same fate as your brothers, sisters, cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents, did you? I didn't think so. Too bad. I'm gonna get drowned, man. Coming Hawaii level waves crash on you. Something. Really? Really, man? You're making it harder for yourself. You're making it. You're just dragging out the inevitable. Just let me kill you. These Pokemon, they don't understand. They don't understand. I'm trying to give them better lives. Sometimes the best life. That's true. Metal would weigh it down, wouldn't it? Is Cleavor faster than Scyther? Is that could be some like interesting kind of convergent evolution where most Scyther to when they evolve get a hard exoskeleton and they then focus on their defense, whereas other Scyther in different environments lean into their attacking abilities and their speed with and develop rock hard arms. Oh, still slower? Damn. I really had the lore going, man. Pokemon decided to do me dirty on that one. But hey, TPC, you're listening for some reason. No, I'm down to pay a visit. You want me. You want my ideas. I'll give them to you. For a price. Look at Cleavor. Do you think he'd go fast with all that rock and heavy axe arms? I've seen crazier stuff, man. How come Onix is so damn fast? Onix is huge. There's a whole lot of rock in there, dude. But it's speedy as hell. Splade. Jeez. Alright. Ooh, Inferno. I don't really like Inferno because it's only 50% accurate, even though it does have a guaranteed burn. It's really not worth it. There was no chance we were ever gonna learn Inferno. Give it up, buddy. Not happening today. Alright, let's get the rare candies out. We're gonna evolve our Litwick. About time. I feel like we've trained up this guy quite a bit. For your evolution here, there we go. Now, I do want to take a quick look after we evolve Mr. Litwicky at the movesets. Want to know how long to keep him a Lampent. Because if I remember correctly, the movesets for Lampent and Chandelure are kind of weird. Okay, let me bring over our we'll bring over our browser view. Need to configure it first. I need to remember to do this like prior to stream because I do it fairly frequently. The Wikipedia here. So we've got ourselves Lampence Gen 5 Learn Set and Chandelure Gen 5 Learn Set. And yeah, you can see Chandelure doesn't learn anything naturally. So the question is, how long do we want to keep it a Lampence? It's only going to learn 2 moves naturally, Curse and Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball specifically is the one that I think I want. We're going to hold off until we get Shadow Ball. That's 12 levels we have to keep that as Lamp. Despite us already having the Dusk Stone. We could teach it if we have the TM. We could evolve it right now. Because I don't think that it would be worth holding off if we don't have to. So let's take a look. For number 30, right? Auto Ball number 30? No, we don't have it. Where do you find it in this custody? Oh, God. 5 in Reversal Mount. We have access to Reversal Mount. No way. Oh, it's behind Change House. I think it's worth it to just get it now. Because like, what else can we? That would be good. Aim Charge would be okay for high speed. Sunny Day could be good. Sun, Calm Mind, be bad. Psychic for coverage. I don't think we get Psychic yet. I think that's coming. Route 13. Maybe we have it? What's with these items that I just don't have? What's going on with that, man? Oh, I don't have Psychic. What the hell? Alright, well, we're gonna go take a look, guys. Psychic on a cliff in the southwestern corner of the route. Wait, didn't we get that? Am I silly, dumb, stupid? Alright, dude. We need to, like... Oh, that's in black and white. Where is it in black and white? Near Fisherman Vint. Fire Surf. Is that, like, here? Or is it here? I'll be honest, like, I didn't know this whole place existed on the route. Alright, let's go take a look. Let's go take a look. Bring you guys back to full view here. We have served, so we can just go. That dark grass over there. The more you know. A luxury ball sitting there. I guess there is this lonely TM over here that we never grabbed. Important for our character development of Chandelure. Why do I just ignore that? Why did I just ignore? Let's also take a look and see what this guy's got. Got one Alomomomo. switching Baggins here. Must not have fought this guy. And again, I feel like I'm getting mixed. I must be getting mixed up between this and the Soul Lock that I'm doing with. Oh god, that voice crack was terrible. The Soul Lock I'm doing with Blanc, where oh god, gonna be a lot of damage. Okay, decent amount, not as much as I thought it was gonna. Baggins. Taking it out for us. Damn Litwick. Alright, let's go grab our flyer. And then we can go fly over to Lentimus Town. We get our... that. We can go get our Shadow Ball TM and we can evolve our Link. How does that sound, chat? Are we in? Are we in? Be happy with that? Feel like that will greatly increase the utility of our Chandelure. Very ghost type heavy team. And nothing really to counter dark type. I think that's why I said that Mian Shao would be a good Pokemon. Honestly, maybe in place of Manticore, because it can also take out Rock and Steel. Not Ground, but we have Baggins for Ground. Baggins can take him out. I like the Ghost Fire type, I think, a little bit more than the Ghost Water. I do think both of them are good. The pure Ghosts, we could easily just kind of get rid of. But, I mean, OSHA Violation 2, I feel like, is tanky in general, and also has proven himself time and time again. Guys, must have. Don't mind if I didn't know. Something to that effect. Sorry, I'm distracted, chat. Gotta get back to the grind, man. Gotta focus. What I say was gonna happen. We were doing really well. We were doing so well. All you need to do is hit your one move. Oh, fine. Yeah. Okay, this is good. This is good. Just do it again. Don't crit this. No, not that. Not that. I'm a little scared. I think we're okay. I say this as if it wasn't on 1 health. Alright, let's grab a repel. I don't think I'd like a pickle. I don't think it's gonna be an issue or anything, but wait. Hey, there we go. Look at that. Got ourselves Shadow Ball. Back out to Undella Town now. We'll put away our dead bird. Put him back on the farm. Working hard days, hard nights. Out on the farm. And let's get ourselves a Chandelure. Dusks. The 1 dusk stone we get. Go to Samlet Wiki. Go. Alright, I'm feeling better, guys. I'm feeling a lot better about this now. Let's teach Samlet Wiki some moves. We'll teach Psychic to replace Imprison. And we'll teach Shadow Ball to get rid of Hex. Getting rid of the combo with Hex and Will-O-Wisp, but I think it'll still be useful. Shadow Ball in general is just a better move, in my opinion. Alright, back to the grind. We've got 3 Pokemon here we want to train up. Baggins, Samlet Wiki, and Manowar. We're going to train them up to level 45. 45. This is going to be the team going forward, at least for now. May bring Mienfoo at some point. But that point is not now. You know what? To go faster, just a little faster, we will take Speedy and Share. And you know what? We'll actually give it to OSHA Violation. Just to give him a little bit of extra. Yeah, I think if you tallied up like all Autonos that I've murdered senselessly in cold blood for the course of this run and the previous run, it's got to be in the thousands number. I am not when Auditos see me, they cower in fear. They know exactly what they're gonna get. They know exactly what's coming. And let me tell you straight up, they ain't happy about it. Thinking about a couple of future encounters, I guess we can go ahead and take a look at what we've got. So today I know we will be definitely getting Village Bridge and Route 11. Village Bridge, the available mons we can get are Golduck, Marill, Zangoose, Seviper, and Emolga, as well as Dunsparce. And it looks like we can get a 5% chance of Lapras. I might actually go for the 5% Lapras, because, like, the odds of getting Marill are already pretty high. Lapras would be a really good Pokemon to have against Drayden, and I don't see us getting another Ice type before Drayden, because Route 11 does not have one. Route 11, you can get Terrablast, Golduck, Gligar, Marill, Zangoose, Seviper, Shelmet, very, very low percent chance of Shelmet. What else can you get? Blitzscore, Rustling Grass, Weasel, Floatzel, and the one that is actually the most interesting to me, Virizion. So, like I said, Fighting type is a big weakness to our team right now. Or it would be a big strength to our team if we had one, excuse me. We have the Mienfoo. We know how good Mienshao is, because Mienshao was absolutely our ace in the previous run for Black and White 1. Now, we have 2 opportunities to catch legendary Pokemon with Virizion and Terrakion later on. We missed our chance to get Cobalion, which would have been, or Cobalion, whatever. Well, people have been yelling at me that I've been mispronouncing it, and that's fine. You can yell, whatever. But Cobalion, whatever. Cobalion, that's probably closest. He would have fit in best on our team, I think. We have counters to his weaknesses with got our Mana War for the fire type weakness. We've got Baggins for the ground type weakness, and also Mana War. And then the fighting type weakness, we can switch in OSHA Violation or any of the other ghost types to counter fighting type. Terrakion is interesting to me. I do think that we're going to pass up on Virizion because the 4 times weak to flying is pretty dangerous. I mean, we're not going to be facing many Pokemon that are strong flying types coming up, I think. I'm sure if there's any... I don't think so. But it's just like, it's too much of a problem, and like, maybe some things have like acrobatics is a really common move to have, right? What else? Like Aerial Ace is pretty versatile. It doesn't feel like that's a good idea. That to me seems like a misplay waiting to happen. But Terrakion, on the other hand, Terrakion has weaknesses to fighting, ground, water, psychic, I believe. Am I missing one? I don't think so. Fighting types, obviously, like I said, counter those. Water types, we've got Baggins. Ground types, we have Mana War. And also Strawberry, maybe. Well, Strawberry isn't really good. And Baggins. And Psychic types, we have a whole slew of Ghost types, right? Including, and also a Zoroark that flat out is immune to Psychic. I do think that Terrakion fits our bill a lot better And the encounters on Route 11, I do think there are so many of them that it might be good for us to try and get something there rather than go for the Virizion, which has a very clear weakness. Also, Virizion is going to be weak to ice types, which is going to be a problem coming up because, well, gestures at the Pokemon on the cover of the game, right? That, my friends, is a Room, which is an ice type. And we're going to have to fight it at some point. All of this is to say that I do think that it would be worth going for Terrakion later in the game. And just straight up going for the wild encounter on Route 11. I'm thinking if we can grab Lapras with the Rippling Water, that's the best case scenario. The second best case scenario is actually in the Rippling Water, we have a chance to get Marill or Azumarill. I'm happy with either because Marill also appears on the next route. And if we go with the Rustling Grass on the next route, we can get either a Molga or Gliscor. Gliscor, pretty good. So, like, we'd be gambling quite a bit, I think, in these next couple of routes for some really good Pokemon. I do think that it would be worth the gamble, though, because our team as it is, knock on wood, it's like these are all pretty solid Gen 5 Pokemon that we have. Like, I think the only weakness really is the fighting type weakness, like I've explained a million times. Or the dark type weakness. But I think it could be worth a gamble. We haven't gotten lucky with our encounters so far. I will say that. I do think that we've locked into a couple of really good ones. With Litwick, with Frillish, with Excadrill, and Amoonguss. A lot of those are able to be grabbed. Like, just kind of like, play it right, you can get them. And we got all of them. We could really use some luck. And I'm hoping that we can trade in our bad luck for some good luck at the end of this run. Alright, enough of my rambling. I know nobody wants to hear me yap for hours. But you have no choice. Tune into the stream. Why wouldn't you want... That sounds like your problem. And also, we're just running in place. We got nowhere to be. We got nothing to do. Look at us go. What am I gonna do? Sit here and be quiet? I mean, like, that is an option. Yeah, see? I didn't think you liked that. Kind of boring, wasn't it? Export is such a good ability. Oh my god, that's a pretty sizable raid. Welcome in, raiders. Soapy, my friend. How are you this evening? Get raided. I have indeed been raided. What were you doing? How was the stream? Oh, and thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Love the Crobat. Chunk bat. Pretty chunky, if I do say so myself. You've jumped into TheCapsLocke, which is my Nuzlocke challenge, where my goal is to Nuzlocke every Pokemon game. We're currently on Black 2, White 2. This is the 5th game of the run. 6th game of the run. 1, 2. or 5, 6. 6th game of the run. Currently in a little bit of a training montage. Not missing anything important. Straight up mewing it. By mewing it, haha, let's just say shiny hunting for me. Did you get any shinies during Safari Week last week? Once again, I completely forgot it was Safari Week. I need to, like, remember that for next year, because I think it could be fun to get the Bulldog crew involved. Safari Week a little more. Straight up mewing it as we. Hey, that's all soapies. I can't claim that banger. I'm sorry you didn't get any good luck for Safari Week. I can't remember if Tiffany said she got a shiny as well. I don't think she got a shiny either. It's Tiffany, one of friend of the stream. It's Tiffany. We raided her last week. She was shiny hunting, and she didn't get one either. I feel like all the Safari Week streams I tuned into very briefly, it seemed were not going well. Sucks. I was also watching Whimsy, kind of lurking in their stream earlier last week, and it didn't seem like they were having. But yes, welcome in, Raiders. Soapy, thank you for bringing your friends over. If you got a raid and run, that's totally fine. But if you can't stick around, come hang out. We're just yapping, grinding, getting to level 45, and then we're gonna move on, go to Village Bridge, get our encounter there. I don't think we'll end up challenging Drayden today. I kind of thought about it earlier. I was like, maybe if we're good, and we get a little lucky with our grinding, we can get there. But I think it's gonna be too much. Pay attention to Absol Pod. I'll go give him a after stream. Maybe on Twitter. Straight up you and it, baby. Anyone ever found Mirage Island? I think I remember. So to answer your question, no. However, I do remember seeing the dialogue for it and then not going there during one of my replays of Emerald. I don't know if I'm completely making that up or not. It's possible that I'm straight up lying to you. Straight up mewing it, and by mewing it, I mean lying in chat. I'm gonna keep using that bit because it's really freaking good. Dude, please don't scare me with the crits. Audino, you're so crit happy, dude. Need to go heal. Yeah, I don't know if I'm just lying to you or not, but I'm like I would put it at like a solid 73% that I remember seeing the dialogue about Mirage Island and not going. Because I don't like Wynot or Wobbuffet. I think they're bad Pokemon. Look, okay, if I was lying to you, I would make it known after the fact. I would be like, yeah, no, that was a lie. Or I would be so obvious about my lie that you would know I was lying. Like yesterday on my stream, on my personal channel, when Evie, you were like, oh, I just put 2 and 2 together what this game is, and I was like, yeah, it's Fire Emblem. Like, that was a lie. But, like, you could tell it was a lie. You know what I mean? Like, it's... I don't know. I'm being so silly goofy today. I don't know what's in my brain. What was in my Cheerios this morning? I didn't eat Cheerios. That was a lie. See? See, I just did it. I just did it. Anyway. Yeah, I do think that the Bulba folks would really like Safari Week. I think that it seems like Emmy's kind of thing. I know he's not a huge fan of shiny hunting, but like in general, but I feel like I could see him getting really into it for that week. Archaic would be all over it. Be like, oh yeah, we can get 24/7 shiny hunting streams on the channel. And I'd be like, no, we can't do that to our people. Because that's exactly what would happen. Did you know Faraway Island is the only place where you could hunt for Mew? I did not know that. Are all the other ones locked? Cheerios sound... I don't know if... for those who are unaware, I'm in the process of moving, so I haven't been to the grocery store in like 3 weeks. I'm like, I don't want to buy anything at the grocery store, because like when I go to the grocery store, I'm the kind of idiot who like sees stuff on the shelf and is like, oh, that sounds good, and I'll buy it, and then I'll either like have bought too many things or I forget about it. A terrible human being. Anyway. Yeah, exactly. Forget it exists, it just sits in my pantry. Oh, like I opened my fridge today and was like, holy crap, I have a whole can of hummus, or container of hummus. Hummus doesn't... Ah, yes. See, that sucks. It's right there. It's so close, you could literally almost taste it. All the other places where you get Mew are shiny locked, not counting the red, blue, yellow. Oh yeah, okay. Because technically those do have a chance. So it was arroz con queso, not arroz. Pollo. I can't... I forget that Spanish does the weird thing with the 2 L's where it's like pollo. It's like, that's how you say it. It's like jo. Like, I don't know. LL is like... I think that's right. I don't know. Pollo? Oh, it's like a little like kind of like in sound, I guess. Oh. Emolga Brian, I just wanted to acknowledge your message, man, because I didn't I kind of forgot to acknowledge it, and I think it's a great message. In fact, I'm gonna pin it. In this chat, we hate Wobbuffet and why not? Stupid, dumb, stupid Pokemon. Silly, dumb guys for people that like to make jokes and be like, huh, why not? Why don't you like them? Why not? Wow. So original. Dude, Baggins is already level 44. Look, where does the time go, guys? Where does the time go? Oh. Look at the top. Literally, we just like ran around for 10 seconds. The timing on that was. I'm saying this like hunting for Audino is a strategy, like genuine strategy that you do. No. Something for insane people like me. Baggins more like Biggins. Yeah, he's getting gains, man. Baggins more like got this in the bag ins. Got this ins the bag. I'm trying way too hard with this, but I'm having fun, and that's what's important. Anyway, what other Pokemon do you guys hate? And I'll also, like, I'll always be so mad at Mirage Island for being such a cool thing and having such stupid Pokemon there. It's like, you get, like, the only things you get there are Arnott and a useless berry, if I remember correctly. Like, it's one of those berries that's, like, only good for Pokeblocks. Which, by the way, I think is so dumb that they haven't ever come up with like other uses for the berries that were made for Pokeblocks and like that feels so dumb. Welcome back. What is your snack of choice tonight? Cookie. Delicious. I have cherries that I think after stream. Very excited for cherries. Like solid top 5 fruit IMO. Oh! Oh god! Oh. Acrobatics. Terrifying move. Genuinely probably should have saw that coming. That was... Go back and heal. We're almost out of gigas. We're almost out of gigs. Our phone is full. That is a crazy question to ask. However, comma, I understand why you're asking it. Back on that grind. Over under how many seconds until we see rustling grass? 15 seconds. Over under. Go. Which should I pick? I'm gonna say over. For no reason in particular. My thumb is hurting so bad. There we go. Good. I've been playing a 3DS game recently. I've gotten used to holding one of these things again. It still feels very foreign to me, but it is still comfy, at the very least. It is now comfy. Yo, you know what I just remembered, by the way? Pokemon-related thing that I remembered? There's a Pokemon Presents this, isn't there? They announced that like 2 months ago. And it's finally July. Maybe we'll finally see the VA starters that we already know what they are. Or like the final evolutions. Mega evolutions, whatever. Trying to get like but also like I feel like they don't really have to reveal much more about ZA. Like we have a concrete release date, we have the starters, we have a pretty decent understanding of the concept of the game. Like what else are they gonna reveal? Maybe a couple of new ones. Legendaries, maybe, I guess. If there are special legendary forms for Xerneas and Eatball. You know the gameplay already? I really don't know what to expect at this Pokemon. Maybe we'll finally get like some sort of like anime focused one. Because I know a lot of Bulba staffers have been itching for something anime related for them to reveal. Who knows? Like clicking around on Discord and I see like 6 of my friends all on a call muted together. I think they are playing Peak. My god, Baggins is asleep. When did that happen? Look away for like 20 seconds. Dude just does not want to fight anymore. You're so close. You know this is the last time you ever have to fight an audience. That is totally not true, by the way, but anything to rouse your spirit. Alright, Mana War is next. Yeah, I'm bummed that this has kind of turned into a training stream, specifically only a training stream. I'm hoping that we should, like, I've only got like an hour left. I'm hoping that we can at least get to a couple of encounters before the end. I'm gonna keep moving as fast as I can. I said I was gonna stream on Tuesday with train montage, but I ended up streaming over my personal instead. I think it was probably a bad idea that I did that. Hindsight, I probably should have hopped on here, a little bonus stream. But nevertheless, we're taking care of it now. Reset. Rustling grass here. Like every time that a minute passes, there's no rustling grass. Like, okay, man. There's no reason why you can't give me a single rustling grass right now. Every 60 seconds a minute passes. So true. So true. Crazy to think, but I feel like every 60 seconds a minute passes in Kalos too. And in Kanto. Believe it or not. Little known fact. Alright. Chat, I think it's time to do Pokemon TCG Pocket polls. We can currently open one pack. We're gonna do EV Grove. Hold. I need to run and then we can open the packs. I'm like carrot on a stick vibes here. Oh, there we go. Cheers, Soapy. Have a good one, man. Thanks for the raid. Alright, EV Grove. What we got? We got Howl. We got Bounsweet. We got Squovet. We got Brionne. And we got a full art Flareon. 1 star. That is what we are rocking with today. Thank you for coming to my pack a day. It's actually a good poll because I don't have Howl or Bounsweet. I hope they release more events soon. Like, I feel like TCG Pocket is fun, but like it's fun to just like pull cards and open packs. I wish that they did have more content in the game. Like, it feels like all you can do is collect the cards and battle with them. It's like yeah, like I get it. Like, that's basically most of the TCG. Like, that is your TCG experience, you know what I mean? Cool, I think my archipelago. But I mean, like, I typically spend like my typical time spent in TCG Pocket is like maybe like average time is like maybe 5 minutes. I see that hydrate. Drink of the day is water, by the way. Because I have no other drinks in my house. But yeah, it's like the average time I spend in the app is like 5 minutes. I don't spend any time there. Like all you do is you open your pack and maybe I'll fight like one ranked battle here and there. Water twinsies. Bud. Gotta stay hydrated. Continue wellnessing me? Oh god. Posture check. See, posture check is the one that like I never follow because that like I'm always slouched and like even if I posture check, like I'm gonna end up slouching within like maybe like minutes. Like it's just how it be. Angry face me. You can switch it out for stretch. Okay. Stretch I enjoy. And I need it. My arms. Pop that back. Yeah, we're working on it. I missed my massage gun. We are actually like we're doing like we're making decent time with this grinding. Like it's not taking forever. Luckily Man of War seems to be pretty powerful and decent special attacker. I say that fully expecting a 2-shot there, and he just barely missed it. I want to take a look at Man of War's stats after the battle, because I said I was going to do that earlier, and then I got sidetracked. Okay. Alright, plus speed minus defense, which I would have preferred to have plus defense, or at least neutral defense. But it is more of a special specific Pokemon. 102 SpDef, 93 special, 156 HP. The plus speed is actually helping it a lot because if I remember correctly, Jellicent is a very slow Pokemon. 68 speed at this stage is still slow, but it could be a lot worse. Like, I'm specifically remembering in our last run, we had mostly tanky bonds that couldn't hit fast. They could hit hard, but they would always get that none of them would go first, and that was the biggest problem. And that was why as soon as we added Mienshao started clearing everything, because I remembered what it felt like to finally be able to hit first again. And I mean, like, we're kind of falling into that problem here with OSHA Violation, Baggins, and Man of War. Being 3 relatively slow Pokemon, but we do have 2 speedsters on the team in Zoroark and Strawberry. Not many things are going to be outspeeding either of those 2, especially Zoroark. And if we toss Mienshao in as a 7th, right? Then we're very balanced. Samlet Wiki, I'm not quite sure how Chandelure is speed-wise, but he does have Flash Fire, which should raise speed, correct? Oh no, powers up fire type moves. What am I thinking of? 86 speed is pretty good. Or 126, of course. Strawberry might actually be higher. No, it's 98. Still pretty good. Like the other 3 Pokemon on our team are all pretty decent. You can afford to have more than one tank. More than one slow tank. And this Jellicent is going to outspeed some mons too. It won't be a problem. Especially a lot of the rock and ground types that it'll be down again. Alright, thinking 2 more Audino for Man of War and we'll flip over to Chandelure. That was a rhyme. What do you know? But yeah, I feel like, you know, going back to like the whole TC Pocket thing that I was talking about, feels like part of Pokemon's strategy, and this goes back to like, I think a couple years back, I remember Game Freak saying something, or TPC saying something to this effect, but it's very much like, it feels like their strategy is to try and get you to be playing Pokemon throughout the day using various apps, right? You've got Pokemon Go when you go outside. You've got Pokemon Sleep for when you wake up. Pokemon Smile. Pokemon TCG Pocket. You know, you get 2 free pulls a day, right? Like, it seems like they're trying to create, like, some sort of routine. Consumers, which is good, but it means that the individual apps themselves kind of suffer a little bit, because, like, there's not much you can do. So loud, thank you. And I'm not gonna turn it down either.
KR_Black says, is this still loud? Cool, just checking.
Thank you for that. Dude, we need to lower the requirement on text-to-speech. I'm gonna suggest to Archaic that we make it like 1K. Or 2K. Because I love whenever text-to-speech comes through. Let me actually, we want TTS bot to be loud. We want alerts to come down a little. I know how to manage settings. Way too annoying to be any cheaper. I wish I had the power to change that, though. That's the thing. Like I would change it for my streams only, and bring it back for other people's. Like, bring it back down for others, you know? Because, like, I want to hear more text-to-speech. Like, I think the only people that use that, KR, are, like, you and Snowy. Like, the only people I ever see using text-to-speech. And it makes me sad, because it's fun. I like whenever it comes through. Like, looking at our channel point rewards, that's, like, the one that I think be lower. Everything else is fine. Lose the glasses, kind of a mid reward. IRL voice ban, I think, is stupid, but it's there because it's there. Ooh, he wants to learn Hex. I don't think you need. Yeah, Ominous Wind I think is better for you, because you can't really do much status. Hex is different for ghosts. You're thinking of Curse. Hex is the one that does double damage whenever whenever the target is afflicted by a status condition. So the typical combo, because the Hex shows up a lot on ghost types, the typical combo is Will-O-Wisp into Hex. For a guaranteed 2. Those Dude, Samlet Wiki, I'd go over. Curse is normally a speed. I believe it's speed down, attack, defense up. Yeah, Aragon's got it. Hi, Aragon. Thanks for the lurk. Yeah, Curse is actually like a pretty good move. Especially on a Pokemon that's already going to be low speed. Funny because like Curse is one of those moves that I was always terrified of as a kid. Like seeing an opponent use Curse, especially ghosts, scariest thing in your life, because the GBA sprite for the move was like the nail going into its forehead, and like it does a ton of damage. I was always so scared of it. Hey Tangrowth, what's up? Luckily we can take care of you now. Got ourselves a fire type. Really nothing could go wrong. He one shot. Man. We're almost done grinding. Thank God, man. I can feel it coming. So close. Yet so far. Hope everybody has been enjoying the stream so far. Be sure to follow if you're lurking. Maybe you came in with the raid. Maybe it's your first time here. Who knows? Regardless, give us a follow if you can. You know, immensely. Litwiki's special has to be like, I need to check this. $138. Damn, man. We really missed out with Chandelure in the last run. And that's plus speed minus Bidef nature. That's a good Chandelure right there. Nature's not terrible. I mean, like a plus special attack would have meant this thing is a surefire take to the Elite Four. It probably still is. It lives that long. But wow, it's like, why did I have this thing in the box for so long? Let's kick things off with Spiky. Not quite half. Two more levels. Two levels. I'm still kind of like that Vespiquen in the box speaking to me. I'm like every little bit I start thinking of like potential teams and different combos and whatnot. I think back to that damn bug. Like, I want to use that bug so bad, but I know it's not going to be worth it. I'm yawning a lot. I feel like I don't feel tired though. That's the weird thing. Like I feel pretty good. More water it is. Chat, tell me a joke. I need you guys to be funny so I don't have to. So much faster to level up when you're not using the experience share. Note to self for the future. I can be funny on occasion. AR, I think you'd make I think you'd make for an entertainer. Not just saying that. You curse a bit too much. I mean, like, Bulba is very particular about being PG. You don't have to be, though. Like, you've seen me on my personal channel. You know how potty-mouthed I can be. You know how it even sometimes slips here. Like, I said the shit word earlier. Oops, my bad. I said it again. That's not bad. Don't worry about it. Are you a ghost type? Why? Because I'm trying to think the punchline. I'll say no. That's my official response to you. Now I'm trying to think the punchline. Are you a ghost type? Oh, because I curse too much. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, wow. That was a... You can hear the smile in my voice. That sure was a joke the whole time. I'm gonna... Like, we're gonna get into it in a count. I really wish I could stream Archipelago, guys. I genuinely want to. But the problem with it is, the games that I would want to play with Archipelago do not work on the computer that I use to stream. The forever problem of being a Mac user. I mean, like, when I move in with Katie, I can always use her PC. But I also know her PC is so, like, finicky, too. Because she's had points in the past year. Like, she built it herself. But she's had points in the past year. Oh, look at that, level 45. We can move on with our lives, finally. But she's already almost had it explode on her. So I'm not sure if I want to stream with that thing, because might end badly for everyone. Archipelago is really cool. If you haven't ever heard of it, you should look it up. The girl PC it has in all the it's all pink and it isn't. I will say that that's my like I said earlier, my official response is that it isn't. However, it does have cootie. I don't know. Maybe it would feel the keyboard would feel the touch of my fingers and be like, "Oh, a man. I don't like that." Or something. Oh, she's got cool Okay. Chat, it's time. It's finally time to move on with our lives. We have encounters to do. We've got trainers to fight. A gym to defeat. And it starts with Village Bridge. Yeah, no, girl PCs, air quote, girl PCs are cool. I would get one. Like, the ones that I like are like, that I've seen are like white with RGB. I would get a white PC. Mostly just because I think it looks cleaner than a black one. Like typically, like, the black ones, like, once they collect dust, you pretty clearly, I guess. As we need to find the guy in town. Goes oh. Logitech has a pick. I'm not sure. Okay. Is there a grotto on this route? There's a grotto on that. I'll look it up, Care. Logitech Ink PC set. I see a Ink Office accessories. Ooh, there's this thing which this one looks thick. This is like trans rights mouse right here. Really cool. And then they have this keyboard that's pink, which is basically their standard pop keyboard with color. Fine. I'm not a huge fan of it, no? Alright, what was I actually looking up? Hidden Grotto Pokemon Black White 2. How many hidden grottos are there? There is one on Route 13, which we got The next one we can get is on Route 9. There are grottos in Losthorn Forest and Pin. Interesting. Okay. We need to keep an eye out for that, because those are potential extra encounters. Alright, enough about hidden grottos. Let's get our encounter here. So, again, the strategy for this encounter is we're going to try and get Lapras. It's our last ice type that we can get before Drayden. It would serve us really well in that fight if we train it up specifically for that fight. The catch is it's a 5% encounter in the rippling water. So we're going to have to be really careful about it. The other Pokemon that we can get in the rippling water are Marill at 60%, which is probably going to be what we get. Basculin at 30, Azumarill at 5. The worst potential encounter there is Basculin, because Marill and Azumarill appear on the next route, which is going to be another rare encounter that we want to get for Wise Score. But if we get the Marill or Azumarill, Gliscor goes from a 25% to a 33%, 1 in 3 chance, which is really good. The other 2 of 3 on the next route will be a Molga, which is not a bad encounter by any means as well, and might actually come in handy for Marlin. But first things first, we need to actually go find the water. I believe is down this way. And these trainers are very scary. Everyone on Village Bridge is like super high level. Let's go ahead and give our Pokemon some items too. We haven't really been outfitting them because we've had no need to. Let's give Samlet Wiki can have a charcoal. I think OSHA Violation had the Quick Claw. And then Mana War. What should we give you? We could give you a Ghost type. We could maybe a Spell Tag. We could give you a Mystic Water instead. That might be better. Have a Bright Powder. I think between Water and Ghost, I'd prefer Water. Ominous Wind. Surf is better than Ominous Wind, and we can buff Surf. That's really good. So we are about to see just how intense... Jump scare. Just how intense the fights here are. Her Pokemon, level 48. You're gonna be like, Caps, why didn't you train your guys up to match that level? And I would say to you, Chatter, that's a great question. However, I'm too lazy. Also, this Whimsicott only knows Gust. Well, it probably doesn't only know Gust, but that's the move it used. Now it's dead. So, what are you gonna do? We're gonna fight through some of these training battles, maybe more than some of them. Probably all of them. The interesting fights don't come till later. There will be a couple of triple battles. I'm not anticipating doing them yet. Might wait until post Drayden, unless I can get a decent team up for them. There's Magby, Magbar, Magby, and Elekid, Electabuzz, Elekid. We could probably get like, Surfs and Earthquakes off. But those are cute encounters too, because they're the teams are the trainer type is basketball guy. And it's like 3-on-3 battle. Really cute. I like it. Durant Lucario. Perfect or the Litwiki. Oh, no, this is the artist. Okay, Sunflora. Also perfect for Litwiki. Go off, Mr. Litwiki. I was saying something before we got on the topic of girl PC. Air quote, girl PC. Get out of there. Let's throw a repel down. Ice level in the wild, I believe, is 40. I think we should be okay with our 46. And that rippling water could have gotten our encounter. That was really scary. You know what? We should lead with something other than Chandelure. We're gonna be fighting a water type. Go with Man of War, maybe? We could do OSHA violation instead. There's an item over there. Grab that blue shard. Bird. Can I not go under the... There we go. Where is it? Where's the rippling water? It's like under here somewhere. That's evil, man. Oh, we got it. We got it. What's it gonna be? Oh! Why? Stupid fish. Stupid fish, man. Worst encounter. The bad luck continues. Oh, I should have fished or something in a town so that I didn't have to deal with this. I'm so silly dumb. Alright. That's Village Bridge. Is Basculin. Oh man. Alright, well. Try to catch it, I guess. Do we have quicks? Don't. Get a Will-O-Wisp off. And Ultra Balls, I guess. Actually, we'll waste our greats. Chat, you are allowed to nickname this Basculin if you want. The rule is... Oh, God! Alright, I was scared for no reason. I forgot that the burn halves its attack. The way things work here on the Bulba channel, at least during TheCapsLocke, is you're allowed to suggest nicknames for any and all Pokemon in the chat as long as they are stream appropriate. If you choose to use channel points to nickname your Pokemon, those nicknames do take priority because you are spending a resource. Disappointment. Here's the thing with Disappointment. Like, I like that name. However, in the last run, Disappointment was the one that carried us through the Elite Four because I didn't think the Mienshao was going to be useful. So I feel like I'm not going to use Disappointment because even though it fits the bill, that specific name like has nostalgic attachment to me for a good Pokemon. I do not want to give this piece of shit any sort of acknowledgement whatsoever. We're going with Trashculin. That's awesome. Stupid fish, man. Can't even evolve. Yeah, go straight to the farm, buddy. Go straight to the farm. You're never gonna get used anyway. I'm so mad. I'm mad because that was preventable. That was totally preventable. So now we gotta rethink our encounter for Route 11 too. So what could we get here? I still think the 25% Gliscor is probably our best bet. The reason for that is Gligar is only a 15% encounter. And the other encounters that we can get around Gligar, which are Karrablast, Golduck, Marill, Zangoose, Viper, and Shelmet, none of those are really good. Whereas the other mons that we can get around Gliscor are Emolga and Azumarill, which are much better. Even Azumarill doesn't have the fairy typing, so it's not as useful in this generation. But if Mana War goes down, this could be a good replacement for it. Hopefully it's got like decent special. Let me look at its stats. I mean, like, it is pretty bulky. I mean, 160 to 207 HP at level 50 is pretty good. 410 EV. Base stat, whatever, I don't remember. Official term is. Let's check its learn set, because I'm not sure if this is a generation where it doesn't learn moves. No, okay, so it does learn new moves. All the way through to 46. Honestly, it's not a terrible encounter. Like, it would be the worst of the three. Emolga and Gliscor are definitely better. We're gonna go for it though. Screw it. What do we have to lose? I mean, like, everything. Got the run to lose, right? But besides the point, you know. All right, let's take our anger out on this guy's Trashculin. Thank you guys for the suggestions. I'm sorry that my encounter did not go as planned. Oh god, man. Is that Double Edge? I was drinking water. I didn't see what move he used. Scary. I just stole his friend from the ocean. Got mad at me for it. Alright, let's keep trudging along. This is gonna make the Drayden fight really tough. I do think that, well, actually, it might be a good idea to take a look at that fight and see what we have to deal with. That is what we will do here. Okay, Drayden, where are you, my friend? Drayden, challenge mode. Okay, Drayden has Drudagon, Flygon, Altaria, Haxorus. So yeah, having a stab ice type would have been really good there. But nevertheless, we persevere. How are we gonna do this? A good question. I have no idea. We could maybe use Ice Beam. I don't think we have Ice Beam. It might be a situation of everything is okay. I'll let him sing a serenade. Talk about the fight later. Really beautiful, one of a kind. Okay, all right, fine, whatever. Drayden. we need to have at least one ice type to counter Altaria and Flygon, because that is going to be the answer there. Flygon is going to be a problem. We can't necessarily teach it to just Manivore, because Flygon knows Crunch, and Crunch can deal with Manivore pretty handedly. Altaria is not going to be an issue as long as we get an Ice Beam off. Drudagon could be a problem. We might be able to take care of Drudagon with... Well, actually, we might be able to take care of Haxorus with Excadrill. Drudagon might be a problem just because of Revenge being a fighting type move. Like, he's not going to get stabbed from it, but it's still going to be... It's still going to deal a lot of damage, because that does double damage if the move hits. Might be an issue, actually. We can't even use the ghost types, can we? Because he also has Crunch. Maybe we throw in Baggins and Toxic Stall. That is one thing we could do. Baggins will resist two of his four moves in Revenge and Rock Slide. Trying to think what else we might be able to do with that. I mean, we could try and one-shot him with a strong stab move. Maybe if we train the Mienfoo up, we can get a like a Drain Punch or something. Do it. My headphones are dead. Ugh. But yeah, I do think that Drudagon is actually going to be more of a problem than it typically would. I do think we get an item in one of these. From you? No? Oh, okay. Get a free heal here. I think she gives us... I don't know. I think I ran into this trainer in my soul lock, and the same question was like, do they give me a item or whatever? And they do not. Thank you for the hydrate. Stupid fish, man. 60% for at least a marrow. Ugh. That's what we get. Okay, I think the only trainers that are left are the triple battles. My headphones starting to get real annoyed. Okay, stream is almost over, so... Give me something. Oh. Ooh. That's actually kind of nice. Get some citrus berries. You fight a guy up here. You the Durant guy? We'll fight this guy, and then we'll call it for the day, I think. I'm starting to slow down a little bit. I've got a 999 win streak. Beat my battle opponent. Sure thing, man. Hate to break it to you, but I have a feeling that you're going down. I wasn't expecting him to outspeed me, though. These ants mean business. Lucario shouldn't be a problem. I'm gonna look at its moveset just in case. Level 47. Yeah, I mean, like, the only thing that it could do is Bone Rush or Dark Pulse, actually. I think it'd be safer for us to go into Excadrill, who I trust a little more, to tank the Bone Rush if it does have it. He could also have Force Palm, actually. Okay, yeah, it is going for the Bone Rush. Might be stupid. Okay. But we should, the thing is here, well, actually, do we outspeed? We probably don't, do we? I don't have a Levitator anymore. You know what? We're going to test it. We're going to go into Man of War instead. We're going to see if he has Dark Pulse. And then we could surf. So Bone Rush at about 20. I think Recover is going to be better than Surf, maybe. If it does more than... It could kill on a 5 times. Or on a 5 times and it crits once. We're gonna go with Surf. I'm gonna risk it. Okay, it's Swords Dancing, so we get a free turn at least. We're not gonna one-shot it. This might be bad for Man of War. We have to keep going with it. I should have Bubble Beamed, actually, and tried for a speed drop. Whatever. Oh, he's quick guarding. Okay, we're fine. So he probably didn't know. He probably didn't know Dark Pulse anyway, then. He probably knows Force Palm, Bone Rush, Sword Stance, Quick Guard. Nice. Got a little lucky with that fight, but sounds good, dude. Alright, let's go and heal up in this house real quick. And then I think we're going to call it for today. Don't go anywhere. We are going to raid someone. I haven't decided who yet, but we'll raid someone. Coming up next on the Bulbin channel, on Saturday, I should be live on Saturday morning with Mystery Dungeon Mornings. However, I could cancel depending on how Friday goes, and also based on how much I'm done packing, I guess. So that could happen, could not happen. We'll see. If it doesn't happen, the next stream that will be on the channel should be Dawning. She'll be drawing on Saturday as well. Emmy should be live on Sunday with his X and Y run. That's continuing on. And then into next week, we'll have Mochi on Monday with his competitive. Let me try and find somebody to raid. Who can we raid? Followers list. I could send you guys over to... We'll send you over to Steph, I think. We'll send you over to Steph. You don't have to stick around if you can't, but do say hi from Bulba Garden if you can. That helps us out immensely. That's been all for me tonight. Thank you very much. Be sure to follow if you haven't yet done so already. And take care, guys. Appreciate y'all sticking for the stream. Sorry it was so grindy today. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'll be back next week with more Caps Lock. So I'll see you guys then. Take care.